Hello, I'm Zach from MeTrue. I am showing our Sim2 Plus, which is our portable spectral irradiance meter. It is capable of taking both radiometric and photometric data. Uh, you can see here that it's currently off, and this is the cover. Here we have a photometer and a spectrometer. On the back, this is just batteries under here. This is the detector. It detaches by pressing this button. You can pull it off. It can take data and communicate with the main device here, detached. You have an on and off switch on the detector. So now the detector is on. Get a blue light. I'll connect it back for now. You turn it on by holding this button for a sec. There it is. It takes a minute to warm up or so. While it warms up, I guess I'll talk about, well, no, we'll just wait for it to warm up. This is just the loading screen or splash screen, whatever you want to call it. I guess I'll go over a couple other things. On the back here, we have a connector for a tripod. So if you wanted to set up the detector somewhere to take continuous data of a lamp, a luminaire, or a room or something, you can set it up on a tripod and leave it there. So it is on and just about ready. At the top here, you can see the time. Currently it's set to military time. There's the Sim2 Plus battery level, so it's a little bit less than half right now. On the bottom here, we're going to ignore this for now. Bottom here, we're going to first show you the menu screen. Right now, this is the standard menu screen. You can see that you can set your test settings, so you can take a single test or multiple tests. We'll just leave it at single for now. The save mode, which is manual or auto, I'm actually going to turn it to auto so that later when I show you the software, I have data to upload. Integral mode, we almost always want it in auto integration unless you're in a specific environment like a darkroom or something, and maybe fix will be better for you so that you can have each measurement will be exactly the same. Sensitivity, high or low. If you get an overload screen after taking a measurement, then you'll probably want to turn it to low, but normally we just leave it on high. And then here you just have your integration limits. Okay, so that's good for now. I will show you how to take a measurement. So right now it's wired. If I take a measurement, because we're in auto mode, it's asking for a name. Call it test. Okay. It will start to take data, assuming I turned it on. As you can see here, it shows that it said wired, and there's our first measurement. So just as to show you that it will work. Right now, the detector mode is in auto, so I can set the detector down. If I take a measurement, we'll call it test 2. It will take a minute to recognize that it is no longer connected to the main device, and it will switch to Bluetooth, which is how it communicates. It's got to think about it for a little bit. But it should change shortly. There it goes. So as you can see, it switched to Bluetooth, and we have now taken a measurement. Up here you see some parameters. Right now it's just set to the standard parameters, which is illuminance, peak wavelength, irradiance, and the scotopic to photopic ratio. You can change any of these just by clicking on it and choosing whatever you want. So let's say I want color temperature, it'll switch to color temperature. You can also see all of the data that is available on this screen. Here's all your parameters. So illuminance, both in lux and foot candles, irradiance. You can see your color coordinates, color temperature, wavelengths, color ratios, your CRI values, and there's a few other calculations in there. And then your last tab is the chromaticity tab. It just shows you your CRI, and then over here, white class, and oh, I said CRI, but I meant CIE earlier. And that is about it for operating it. As you can see at the menu, you can set a couple different things, file management, alike. For now, I'm going to do shortly in the next video, I'm going to show you the software. So I'll just hook it up. The Sim2 Plus can hook up to the computer via Wi-Fi or USB cable. I'm going to put a USB cable in. You can set that via remote control here. So Wi-Fi, USB. That's it for this video. I'll be right back with the software. Thank you. Hello, this is Zach from MeTrue. This is our second video featuring our Sim2 Plus, the spectral irradiance meter. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to connect the Sim2 Plus to your computer and how to take measurements remotely using the Sim2 Plus from your computer. These are both, you can both do these via wireless or via USB. I will show both in this video. I'll start with USB. So our USB cable has standard connections, and the cable itself is slightly different from a standard cable and has a little bit different impedance. So you can't use just any cable. But so I'm going to connect it in. You heard the computer recognize that I have plugged in the Sim2 Plus. Now first I'm going to show you how to pull your measurements off, measurements you've already taken off of the Sim2 Plus. So I'm going to start by, at any screen on the Sim2 Plus, if I hold the top here, pull it down, you will see the date, USB connected, and then the detector link, which will either be wired or Bluetooth. I'm going to select USB connected. I am pulled up to the USB mass storage screen. Here, I'm going to hit turn on USB storage. The green Android icon will now turn orange, and then on my computer, it will pull, Windows Explorer will pull up the directory that the Sim2 is found on. So I'm going to go back for a second and show you. So if I go to my PC, here you will see all of your hard drives. Our Sim2 Plus is the removable disk. On my computer it's a G. If you have any partitions or extra hard drives, then it will have a different letter. Click here. Under meter files, under files is where all of the measurements I have taken are. I have a bunch of copies here that I created earlier. So I'm going to exit the screen now. I've pulled up my Sim2 Plus software. It's called the MeTrue Sim2 Spectral Irradiance Meter Software, the Sim Suite. Here you will see load test file. There's a little Excel icon above it. If I click on that, it's already brought me to the directory that all my files are in. Sometimes it won't. You'll just have to browse to your computer where I just showed you. I'm going to select all of them. So if I hold Control, I can either click all of them or I can hit Shift and collect all of the ones from where I started to the end. I'm going to hit Open. We'll name it Demo. All this data is just data that the Sim2 Plus collected when you took the measurement. You can hit a remark if you wish and hit OK. Here's all my data. So it shows all the same data that the Sim2 Plus shows you. Down here we get all of our figures, so CIE, SDCM, spectrum, the spectral data, and then the CRI. And we went over this in the last video a little bit. Now, so that's it for pulling data off of the Sim2 Plus. Now I'm going to show you how to take a remote measurement via USB. So if we look back at my Sim2 Plus, we need to turn off USB storage. I'm going to exit this screen. If I go to my menu, which this is the standard menu, there's also an advanced menu that you can set in the system settings. It will just bring up calibration options as well. But I'm just going to go to remote control, USB mode. Okay, so USB mode is started. So now I can immediately take a new measurement on the computer. Let me turn on make sure that your detector is turned on or it will fail. So if I hit single test, when I turned my detector on, I exited remote control mode, which is why it failed. So this is a good thing to note. When I am in remote control, I have to stay in this screen where it says remote control USB mode is started. If I hit quit or leave this screen, I cannot take measurements remotely. So I'm going to put my SIM2 Plus down. I am now going to take that test that I just tried to take. We'll think about it for a moment, and here we go. So this is a test of the room. I can also take multiple tests where it will just keep taking tests. And then up here, settings, system settings, I can set all my settings for the test. So right now I'm in USB, that's what I want. Auto, so I'm not actually going to change anything. Everything looks good how I want it. Hit OK. And I can take as many tests as I want. If I hit multiple tests, it will continuously take tests. 2 is enough for now. Okay, so I'm going to show you one last thing here. If I select all of my tests, I can export it to a CSV file, which Excel can read. So CSV is usually just a tab delimited or a comma delimited file. It's almost any spreadsheet program can open it. I'll name it demo. I will save it to the desktop because that's easy. Save. Now here it is. I can open it. Let's see. I'll just open with Excel. And here it is. Here's all my data. So, sorry about that. Okay, so, and then you can send this to anyone. You don't need a special program to view it. You can even open it in Notepad, although it will look a little funky. It certainly won't be in this nice format. So I'm going to exit it now, and I'm going to quickly show you how to connect the SIM2 Plus via Wi-Fi. So if I hit exit, to do that, I'm first going to go to System Settings. I have to go to Advanced Mode. The default password is 1234. 1234. Done. OK. And then I'm going to hit OK. Reopen the System Settings because I have more options now. You will see that I have a, let's see, Wi-Fi mode to initiate. If I click on that, it will ask me for my Wi-Fi and my password, which is the same as that's our Wi-Fi and password. Yours will be different unless you happen to be on our facilities here, then it will be the same. It's initiating, so we'll just have to give it a moment. Okay, so Wi-Fi has succeeded as the message I got at the bottom. I'm going to hit OK. Going to go back to remote control. All these options now this is the advanced menu now. Remote control, Wi-Fi mode. That's still connected via USB, but that won't matter. I disconnected just to show that I'm not cheating. And it's thinking about it. Okay, so it says Wi-Fi mode has started. It gives me the IP address of my SIM2 Plus. If I go back to my computer screen, I will go to System Settings. I will go to instead here where it says model, instead of USB, I can click Wi-Fi. I have to change my IP address to what my SIM2 told me, which is last number is a 35 instead. Everything here is good. If I hit OK, I can now take measurements via Wi-Fi instead of USB. So that means that I can take measurements no matter where my SIM2 Plus is, as long as it is in range of my wireless connection. That is it for this video. Thank you for listening, and We will talk to you later.